Yo, what up, guys? It's your homeboy Firestar with another Toontastic video. This is episode 94 of Let's Play TTR with Ravenpaw. This week has been a lot to handle, I should say. So, my sister went to Washington, D.C. and New York City for her, for like school. It was a school trip funded by Explore First America. And they got to see all the main sites of each of the cities, and that was great for her. Well, holy frick! What the frick is going on? Right? Why is this gag shop full? Do I even need gags? Oh, I'm good. What the frick? I don't need gags. Wait. Did you guys see Walt? Did you guys see, like, I think I may have to go back. Skinny Waldo. Let's, oh, yeah, she has only 36 laughs, so this not the tune I was thinking of. Frick. But anyways, so last Tuesday, I was, last Wednesday early morning, I was changing Kona's litter box, and the bag like broke, the bag that I was changing the litter box in with, so it broke, and some of the litter fell off of the bag and like stained the rug, stained the towel, so I had to like change it and like vacuum, and I had to pick up the litter like with a bag that does not have a rip on the side. So that sucked. During the cleaning that I shouldn't have to. But when I handled it, I learned to look at the bag before scooping up the litter. So, and also, I'm not as energetic as like I usually am, but because well, Thursday early morning. Well, let's backtrack a bit. So my parents, my dad got news that my granddad wasn't feeling very well, and he needed to go over there to Colorado City to see what's going on and stuff. So my mom and dad went up there, and it wasn't a good sight to see. Like he was on the he was not looking good, and this they knew like something was going to be coming, like, and then so what was really aggravating was that he was not allowed inside of their house, like, just about yet. she was only the only time that he did get in there was a like towards an hour before he died, like granddad that he died. So he only he got in there only for that. It was too late. So uh, it was his time. It was too much that his body couldn't handle it. So he just gave out. So and they told me like that he passed away and like grand granddad passed away and obviously at first like I didn't think it was that like bad, but I realized that it was I didn't get to have a proper goodbye with him, so I felt guilty about it, and when I came back like upstairs, like after they came in and told me he died, I told Kona, I called Kona upstairs, and I forced him to snuggle with me on my bed. Like I grabbed him by the chest and and forced him on the bed and like grabbed him and like forced him to snuggle with me while I just while I cried. Yeah, it's just, and he didn't take it at all. Obviously, he did not like it. So he went off of he got off of the bed and first let's just get this version 2.0 cog for the health meter. These version 2.0 cogs are very interesting. Yeah, they are. You go to beat another one. Okay. So, I forced Kona to snuggle with me. That did not play out too well. He scratched me every time I touched him. Tried to touch him after that. Like it took like a couple days to eventually regain his forgiveness, but it was. I mean, what else would you do when you're very sad? Like I understand like the that death is like is parts of life, and like it happens, and it's nothing to be that sad about because he's in a better place. Like no suffering, like no pain medication that you have to take daily, and it's just he was free to sing with the choir and fly around the clouds. Yeah, he's better up there. So in StarClan. So, but so yeah, so we got things ready for his funeral. Like, got the, uh, we went shopping for my dress clothes at, uh, at JCPenney. And I went down a size, believe it or not. Like, from my graduation dress clothes, I went down, like, I went down a couple sizes, so I was pretty impressed by that. So, all the family, almost all of Dad's side of the family noticed like my weight's loss. So it was pretty nice to see them and like get like compliments of that. So it was good to see them the weekend of the funeral. Well, we had a viewing. We had the viewing Saturday night, which, by the way, oh my god, on the way there, well, we were like almost there, like we were turning on the streets uh, after like after we got off the highway, the state route, Arizona State Route 389 south, and we turned on the road, the main road that leads to the neighborhood that they lived at, and instead of turning on the first street, my dad insisted on going straight to the airport. Like it was then airport street, so it was the thing is it was pretty like not it was barely paved, and there were like lots of pebbles and like potholes and stuff that could like puncture a tire, which you kind of know where the story leads. My mom, she heard the tire like uh, hissing, like as she slowed down to like see what's going on with the tire. It hissed it, and it was like, oh frick, we're we were almost there, and we punctured the tire, and we are basically in the middle of nowhere, which Colorado City, Arizona is quite remote, so we were screwed. We were basically screwed. That's it. We were. That Dad made Mom drive through this road, and made her get a flat tire, and yeah, and he said it was Mom. Dad said it was Mom that wanted to go to the airport, which clearly that was not the story. And we didn't know what to do, and we tried to call Progressive, like AAA service, but they weren't able to. The nearest like tire shop to us was like in St. George, Utah, six 45 miles away. So we, needless to say, we were screwed, and it wasn't a, they weren't able to get there for an hour and a half, well, an hour and 15 minutes. So, and it was gonna cost $200, $210. Well, it wasn't much, but considering we were like, uh, we did not want to be in this situation in the first place. Mom flipped the bird on Dad. I saw her. She was so angry. She was so angry. I was like, you know what? If we could, I could have just walked there. I could have just walked to Aunt Frizz's and just we would have like just ended from there. That our car was stranded out in the middle of nowhere. Like and it was Dad's fault. But he called Aunt Frizz to come to the scene, and also Jessica, my cousin, was there. So she called like a friend that was willing to like give us a spare tire. Like, well, they Jessica was willing to let us take our stuff that we were bringing, like our clothes and like our like yeah, just our clothes, and put them in Aunt Frizz's truck. No, it's her van, her minivan. Excuse me. So we got there. We got inside. We were starving. You haven't. Well, I haven't ate. I haven't ate all day that day. So we were like starving. Like we wanted something to eat, and they made us like they uh, they made like some food for us, and like some hamburgers, like uh, ham and cheese sandwiches on like croissants and like muffins, and we ate and we went to the viewing. Again, like more people to forcibly interact with. So that was awkward. And and also CJ and Myra were there. Surprisingly, they heard, like, obviously from Dad, and they came to the viewing. So and they went back, and well, and we it was the chapel. The chapel was not too far from Aunt Frizz's house, so we walked there. We walked there, and like changed our clothes, and we ate some more food, which is kind of a bad decision if you ask me. Like, still on a restrictive restrictive diet, so and that was a mistake. But it was an occasion. It was a family occasion, so it was expected that I was going to cheat. So it was okay. So the next day we got up early. Like, I got up at 6:30. Uh, and the funeral was at 12, but we had to be there at you had to be there at 9 to like take some pictures or whatever, like of the for the family, like family pictures. So we I had to wear I had to wear my brother's belt that he picked out. That it had like the instead of the button, instead of like the you put the belts through the buckle, and it like punctures the and like the this little stick thing that like punctures the holes. It had like a it had the buckle. The buckle has a strap, has a knot to to put with the buckles. So put with the holes. So it was easier for me. So we traded belts because his mine was too big because like I tried to find one that was smaller. I wanted to get a smaller belt, but they didn't have one that I could find that was black. So my brother found a belt we and uh, we traded belts and mine fits perfectly. It only had two straps. It only had two holes remaining, like on the like outside of the buckle, which is kind of impressive. So it was good to know that my dress clothes were going to fit properly. So we uh, we walked back to the chapel slash academy. It was a long like sitting. You had to sit for 3 hours. It's uh it started at 12 and it didn't end until like 2:30. So and we walked like in the opposite direction to the cemetery, and they were going to the rest of the family, rest of the relatives went to the chapel and ate. Well, we just chose to like eat at go back to Aunt Frizz's and eat there and like change back to our regular clothes. And it was and afterwards we went to the house that Granddad lived in, and like visited with his wife Marie, his second wife Marie. So it was it was a it was kind of like difficult to know that he had drifted into the afterlife, but it happened. So and he smiled. He never complained through it all. I I I am rambling so much. I'm sorry, but I just want to tell you what happened while I was like gone, and at least when we got home, uh, Kona didn't crap on my bed, and I was able to like proceed with my regular chores of taking care of him. So it's good to know that, and I have to find a group for the front three. So I'm going to cut to that, and then I promise I'll end off this video after I turn in that task. So I'll BRB. Hey, so uh, this happened when I was on the final hole of the third and final hole of the front three, so I wasn't able to complete it. So I apologize for that. So this happens. This yeah, trials and tribulations. So uh, I will complete it on my own time. So I'm still going to be on track, like with finishing up the series and stuff. So if you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications of my next upload. Share some love in the comment section, and follow me on Twitter. There, I nailed it. So, if you guys, so until next time, keep in touch. Don't forget to be awesome. The legendary flame-colored Tom, signing off.
I surrender all.